Why was that not connected? I don't know. It's been a while. My mic keeps falling. This is a very weird setup here. Do I have something sharp to open this? No? Dude, I've waited all weekend to crack these packs, so I'm just going to do this. Union Arena Fullmetal Alchemist. I have no idea how to play this game. It looks kind of cool, but it's Fullmetal Alchemist, so I'm a fan. So we're going to do. I had to buy these, so we're just going to crack in. Hi, Sha. Long time no see. Okay, I need something sharp to open this. Come on. Really? What? Dude, Bandai, what are you doing? We got amateur hour over here. Here we go. Dude, the art on these cards are so sick, and it's so strange to have a GoPro right in front of my face. Oh yeah, I forgot the box topper. Yeah, the art on these is so sick. The alternate arts and stuff are insane. And I didn't even know this was a thing until I just rewatched Brotherhood for like the 10th time. And I have 2 decks from the Full Metal TCG, like the actual trading card game. And I wanted to see if there were more just to have them. And I saw this. I was like, oh, baby. All right, what do we got? Ooh, Envy. Can we get in there? I have never opened cards on a stream in front of this GoPro in front of my face. Let's, hold on. Let's like adjust this here. Let's get this trash out of here. Put these like up here. Yeah, let's try that. Union Arena looks kind of cool to play. I want to learn how to play it because I'm a TCG guy. Oh yeah. I can't even see the cards in front of me because the camera's in front of me. I'm just gonna try and see them. Alphonse, Louise, Kimberly, Winry, Alphonse. Oh. Foil Buccaneer and ooh, look at that. Dude, look how good that looks. I mean, my GoPro's not gonna do it justice, but that's beautiful. He's got the little kitties on his lap too. Yeah, no, not Nina. Oof. Here, we're gonna do this. Put Alphonse there. GoPro looks clean? Okay. I'll take it. I want to try and keep one of these packs, like, crisp. Yeah, there we go. Because I like to put them in hard cases like this, so I can put them on display. So, like, I have that in, like, a hard case. It kind of looks silly with it sticking out, but oh well. Salim. Xiaomei. Riza. The Dwarf in the Flask. Yeah, Tucker. Yeah, he's done some questionable things. The Gateway of Truth. Oh, there's the Soar again. Azumi, Just a Housewife. Another foil Armstrong, and ooh, yeah, they do. I just haven't gotten them. But this that pack isn't even sealed. It's just I like to have things on display, and I'm a big Magic guy, so we just do that. I'm gonna move this OBS in front of my face so I can look at the cards without looking across. Yeah, I didn't know it was a thing either until I Googled it randomly, and I was like, I don't know what Union Arena is, but I saw Fullmetal, and I'm in. I'm in. Say no more. Fort Briggs, Lust, Lanfan, King Bradley. And there's like actual decks too. So like from what I've seen, there's like blue, purple, and yellow decks, and there's like kind of like the same kind of if you know TCGs, it's like metas. So it's like aggro or like graveyard play type of thing. So like there's different ways to play, like different decks that play different ways. I don't know exactly what, but I do want to learn how to play at Hohenheim. Ooh, that's sick. Like the shatter. That's sick. Foil Pride. So no like cool hits there, so we're just gonna set those there. I saw they do like they did Sword Art Online as well. I think they did like like there's like a demon thing. Oh, dude, I've played Magic for like at least 20 years, and I used to play competitively with a bunch of people. We used to travel and stuff. It was a lot of fun. Even if it's not big in your area, like hop on Magic Arena and play. Or they have it's like an online thing called Spell Table, I think is what it's called. Gimli Equivalent Exchange. And then from what I see, like, so you have like this Edward Elric, which is like a more basic one, and then you have this Edward Elric with what's called like Raid, and you play it on top of that Edward. I thought about keeping a box sealed like for display, but I'm just gonna open everything. And what I do, or what I did, let's see what we get here. Ooh, Greed. These are the super rares. So like all of these are the super rares. They have like the Fullmetal in the background. But some of they have super rare star, super rare star 2, and super rare star 3, which is like nutty. But I had a Khans of Tarkir box that I got from a buddy. He gifted it to me, and I opened it because that was one of my favorite Magic sets of all time. So I opened it, and goddamn. Then what I did was I took some like bulk and shoved them back in some of the packs, or like kept 3 to 6 packs like kind of crisp and just opened them from the back, put bulk in there, and stuffed the box so that it looked like it had like packs in it, and I have it on display right there with a bunch of Khans of Tarkir rares from it, like Mantis Rider, Siege Rhino, Butcher of the Horde, all that stuff. Oh, look, they have before they got turned into a chimera. Oof. Yikes. Fury, Envy, the Ultimate Eye. I like how they have like a little bit. Oh, there's Shao Tucker, Van Hohenheim, Foil Winry, and Gluttony. I'm going to move this over a little bit here. Pull these over. Yeah, I'm so like picky with what animes I watch. I just actually finished Death Note, which was fucking sick. They have One Piece, I think, on Union Arena, but One Piece also has its own standalone TCG as well. And I know it's pretty popular. So it's a lot of the same stuff. So we're just going to kind of page through that. Gene Havoc. Oh, that's cool. Old Man Fu. There's just like a regular Ed. And then regular foil Envy. Nothing exciting. Yeah, apparently the One Piece stuff is like really good. Oh, they just have like homunculi. Dude, it kept me like I binged the shit out of Death Note. Oh, there's Sloth. There's Trisha Elric. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Maze Hughes. Hey, we got Secret Rare Envy. If I get all the Secret Rare, like, big characters, I might just put those on display, like, in the case. That would be a sick display. Just have, like, Ed, Al, and then all the homunculi. I don't know who else they have in, like, the Secret Rares. But we're going to find out. Because guess what? We got the second box, baby. They have Dr. Marco, Breda, the Transmutation Circle, Maria Roth. Damn, Father. They have so many characters. Hey, look at that. Secret Rare, Olivier, or Olivia. They have to. If they have Olivia, they have to have Luis. I like the hat, the that you can display those boxes. Auto mail, that's a new one we haven't seen. Gluttony. Dude, when Mustang cries at May's funeral, or Mr. Maze Hughes' funeral, gets me every time. Oh, there's May. Wrath. Heidi ho, card nerd. Look, I am coming to grips that I am just a TCG nerd. Wait. This is white. Why is this white? We're going to find out why that's white. And the rest are black. Yeah, I'm a big Magic guy. That is my poison. Okay, let's see why this is white. Oh, the action points. I forgot that I watched a box opening and they have the action points. So it's kind of like, well, not really. It's basically a land, yeah, but you can only get 3 of them in the game. And I guess it's like you tap it like a land, but it lets you like do a game action, I think. But they have foil ones that you can get. This isn't the like chase foil one, but it's still pretty cool, I guess. I mean, it's got Hawkeye on it. So that's why it was white, because it was a action point. They gave the puppy its own card. I mean, come on. Look, when you were a kid, you had a crush on Riza. When you're a full-blown adult, you have a crush on Riza. I mean, come on. Pride and... Ooh! Now look at that. King Bradley. This is the secret rare star. Look at that, dude. That's sick. That, like, it's textured too. The little homunculus symbol up in the corner, like right there in the gold like trim. That's sick. Dude, the art on these are so gnarly. I don't, there's like ratios on like the amount of secret rares and stuff to get. Did we get another foil action point? So wait. Yeah, that's black. So I think we got another action point. I hate smart bracks like you, Lanfan. What's your favorite character from Fullmetal? Oh. There you go, guys. There you go. You happy? You happy with that action point? Are we all happy with this action point? I mean, the only thing it's missing is being foil. If this was foil, we'd be cooking with gasoline. Here, we'll put this one. We'll put this right here for everybody. Special place for that card. See, what they should have done was done a Panako one. Like that. Armstrong and Greed. Now, are we talking Greed in his first form, or are we talking Greed when he takes over Ling? When they, like, go together? First form Greed. I like when they're together. Like, when they're together is sick. And, like, like, Ling takes over, and then they become, like, super tight, and Greed like finally gets like pretty much what he wanted. Oh, there's Scar. We haven't seen Scar yet. And oh, that's a pretty sick Kimberly. I think my favorite character is Mustang, easily. And I really like Salim as well. Like I like how he's just like he's the most strong homunculus. And he plays like the part so well. There's a foil Ling and Lust. The Butcher. Barry the Butcher. I like they if this show does anything better than any other show, it's creating some of the best characters in any show, period. Like, period. Because they like everybody has a story that you can just latch onto, and they play so well off each other. Like Alphonse and Ed being brothers, they're fighting to get their bodies back. They're so determined. They've gone through so much tragedy. They meet all these people along the way. Like, how can you not just attach yourself to them in some way? And then all the homunculus have like this hardened exterior, but really they just want like the most basic of things. And they try and say that like humans are weak and basically worthless, and then all they want is like the most basic human things, period. Oh, a foiled Mustang, and hey, we got the secret rare Lust. That's sick. I like how they have all of them have like their characters behind them too. So how many like little ultimate arts do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's pretty good. Should have like put music on. Did we get another action point? Are you kidding me? That's a bit much. You know what I mean? We got the Edward Elric one. I love that in the background of this. That is my favorite logo. It's just Fullmetal Alchemist, and it says Fullmetal Alchemist underneath. That's why I have the poster back right there, which is going to be hung up because I'm still organizing this game room. Okay, so we got that action point. We'll put that there. Here, we'll move these over. There. Yeah, keep me tabbed up. We're going into box 2. And hopefully I can open this one easier. I'm going to open it off camera so I don't look like a loser. Okay, we actually did open that one a lot easier. Box number 2. I did buy some loose packs the other day, which I went to Target for, and I saw them in there. The limit of the packs that you can buy is 2. 2 packs. Who goes in there, buys 2 packs, and is satisfied? Nobody. Nobody at all. So, but that's the market we live in with everything. It's just everybody wants to resell all the shit. So, that's what we got to do. It's ridiculous. All right, what did we get? What was the last one we got? Did I put that down here? Oh, maybe I didn't. I don't know. Envy. Is that what we got the last time? The last box? I don't know. Whatever. We're not here for that. We're here for Kraken packs. The dopamine, baby. Who doesn't love cracking a good pack? Okay, so that has, like... I like how it's characters and then just moments. Like, moments from the show. Foil Maze Hughes. Give me the full arts. Give me the secret rares. Okay, not an action point, thank God. Like, why do I have to choose? Like, it's an event. So I like that. Xiaomei, Dwarf in the Flask. I love the Dwarf in the Flask story as well. How everything came to be. Oh, we got a second greed. Rip. Hopefully, with these 2 boxes, I have enough to build at least one of the decks. I have the starter deck. So I bought the starter deck right here. Which is it's a 50 card deck. You get 7 commons, 6 uncommons, 3 rares, 2 super rares, and an action point card. But that action point's sick. So apparently, like, one of the actual competitive decks is... Oh, I got this person. Let's ban them. Where are they at? Here we go. You're out of here. Get out. Get out. God, I'm going to love cleaning up this stuff. Okay, let's get to the goods. Wrath and Alex Louis Armstrong. But I'm going to hopefully build 1 or 2. Nope, there's an action point. We already know that. We already know it's an action point. Hey! Let's just skip to it. We got another Winry. All 3 of my action points are just going to be Winrys. I'm going to have the play set of Winry action points. Apparently, I think when this first came out and they had that foil, I think it was, like, pretty valuable. Okay, we've seen this Alphonse a lot. We got another double. I don't want the doubles. Well, I do, but I guess ones that are, like, the more playable ones. That was a really ridiculous pack to rip. Okay. Lust. Hey, look at that. We got the secret rare star, or the rare star. Wait, rare star. Wait, what? Wait, this is confusing. So this King Bradley is a secret rare star. This Kimberly is a rare star. What? But they're the same. But they're the same type of card. Like, they're the same art style with the etchings and all that stuff. So why is one a rare star and one's a secret rare star? How does that make any sense? I don't get it. Whatever. I guess I should keep, like, 2 packs in good condition for display purposes. Pride. There. So there's a Briggs deck with, like, all the Briggs characters. There's Al and Ed. There's a Roy Mustang deck. There's a yellow deck. I don't know what characters are in that deck, but... And I don't know what styles of deck. I think the Elric brothers are, like, graveyard type of stuff. Hey, we got a double of Envy. Damn it. I want new cards. I want the new ones. New ones that I don't have already. Oh. I spoiled that pack for myself. there's something good in there. We got something good back here. Oh, we got Mei Chang, Rare Star. That art's crazy. Look at that. That's so sick. Like texture, all the trimming. Like she's outlined in gold trim. There's all of this pattern behind it. Dude. That's insane. Again, why is that a rare star? I mean, like, I guess that could be a rare star, but, like, this should be, like, these both should be super rare. Well, one is, but I don't get it. But one thing I think they should focus on is, like, make it like, they have the online app, or the app that you can download for your phone, where you can learn how to play, but just make a digital version too that you can play, because everybody wants a digital version, like Magic Arena or Pokemon TCG Pocket or the regular Pokemon TCG. Like, you can, like, make it so that you can play online. And hey, we got Lanfan. That's a new one, right? Yeah. Okay. And I hope, it seems that all of these cards are playable, or most of these, like the rares and stuff are playable. So I guess none of them are, like, too terribly bad of hits. Roy Mustang. But we shall see when I actually sit these cards out and put them into decks. Are these the same size as I know, isn't Yu-Gi-Oh cards a different size than, like, Magic cards, or am I crazy? Or am I thinking of something else? Hey, we got Mustang. Yes, that's cool, because I want to build the Mustang deck. So I wish I had doubles of that. Oh shit! I didn't get that alert in my headset. But thank you for subscribing, Zero. Good to see you in here. It's been a while. Been a while. We're opening cards because we've realized that we are TCG addicts, and we're just accepting it. Buccaneer. We're just accepting it and moving on. And I'm probably going to buy more boxes of this. I'm going to be completely honest. Gonna be completely honest. Probably gonna buy more of this. Whether it's loose packs or a box. Because, like, boxes aren't expensive. They're like $40. $45 on TCG Player. A foil father. There's a father deck too. I don't know what it does, but I know, like, this is pretty strong. I think, because it can attack twice. Wait, hold on. When this character attacks for the first time this turn, switch it to active. So, like, there's, like, inactive and active. So it's like tapped, enters the battlefield tapped, always, and then when it's like the phases are weird. And the thing that messes me up with playing TCGs that aren't Magic are my brain is so, oh, that's anticlimactic. The last pack is is an action point. Rip. Is it a foil one at least? No, it's the non-foil of that. Well, that's depressing. I think of Magic, like just lands, tapping them to do stuff, because it's so basic. Like everything in like Magic's the most complex game, but it's basic in terms of like play land. There's a mana cost on your card. That's how you play Magic. Read the card, do the thing, win the game, basically. But games that don't have like resource thing that does thing from said resource, and like the steps where it's like upkeep, untap, main phase, beginning of combat, end of combat, second main, and then end step. Like the fact that these cards, they enter the battlefield tapped, and like when you end your turn they untap. So my brain's just like, why? But my loose packs that I opened like a couple days ago, well, I'll show you what I got. So I have that, which is, I have 2 of those now. Oh, I got this. So I got the secret rare star of Edward Elric. Now, this is a different Edward Elric than this one. There's so much to know. And that was really all I got. That was it. But like, from what I understand with like the way that this game works is like you have the action points that act as the like game actions. So you get 3. So you get to like pull them from a section of the board and you tap them to then have a game action. And you have these smaller cards like, let's see if I can find one, like Envy, like this Envy. So there's a cost up here that's like action 1, and then like this is like energy that's 0. So I don't need any energy to play this. So like I play this card and I can use this as energy. So it produces 1 energy for me, so that I can use this to play cards like this or this. So here's another Envy with 4 energy. So this costs 4 energy. This produces energy. So I'd have like multiples of like these types of things to then tap or whatever to play this Envy, which is like way more text and way more triggers and things to know. So it seems like not a terribly complex card game to learn. And like the cool thing, I guess, about Union Arena is that it's like the same game across the board of like everything, with all the like the expansions. It's the same game, but I don't know if like I could play Fullmetal Alchemist against Dragon Ball Z. I don't know if it's like a meta inside of a meta, where it's like the Fullmetal Alchemist meta, or if it's like the Dragon Ball Z meta. But it wouldn't make sense for them to just have like all of these different expansions of like Fullmetal, Bleach, Dragon Ball Z, and not allow you to like play across the board, like to play each other. So let's look up Fullmetal. Yeah, Fullmetal Alchemist Union Arena meta. I don't want. Okay, so this was 7 days ago. So there's a blue Armstrong deck that, oh my god, you need 4? Okay, I guess I'm glad that I got doubles then. I didn't think you needed 4. So I guess 4 ofs are play sets. So it plays 4 Olivier, or Olivia, however the hell you say it. So what does she do? So switch all Briggs affinity cards on your field to active when played. You place 1 card from your hand into your sideline. If you do, choose up to 1 character on your field with 2 or more basic AP costs and switch it to active. Raid. Add this card to your hand, or if you have the required energy, perform raid with it. Yeah, see, I read that and I'm like, I don't know what that means. So I would assume like the Briggs deck is like an aggro deck. So these are like the top 6 deck, or like the meta. So it's blue Armstrong deck. So it plays Alex. So we have an Alex. So we have a lot of Alex. So where's one of those? So it plays like the basic. So like there's no text here. So it doesn't do anything. So like you're spending your time setting up for bigger turns, which is basically like how most TCGs go, unless you're playing Magic, which people just do things on turn 0 and just kill you. But we have... Why can I not find him? Like here, right here. So it's like these basic ones that cost 0 that produce energy and all of that. And then it plays the other Alex. I think I had one in this stack. It's like the foil Alex. Well, I thought I had one. So yeah, like it plays this one as well. Yeah. So now this has an effect when it's played. If a card with 2 or more base AP costs. So what is... So is this AP? What does this text say? Blue energy. This is BP. So I'm assuming that would be AP. No, that's energy. What? Choose up to one of your APs and switch it to active. So this like untaps like everything. So like you play all of these things and then you untap and then you attack is what I'm gathering. So the thing here says starting off this list with Blue Armstrong shows how well-rounded FMA is. This deck is by no means a horrible deck, yet still manages to be the weakest in the set. If you're familiar with, I guess that's from the Bleach meta, this one is similar in that it seeks to reward players for fielding 2 AP characters. So do other characters have, instead of BP, it's AP? Okay, I don't get it. The deck's strongest card may be Olivia Armstrong, but it's when you combine her with her brother and even Buccaneer that the deck really starts to shine. An especially interesting card in this deck's repertoire is the Fort Briggs site, one that reduces the AP cost of a Briggs character you play this turn, effectively acting like a free final trigger card. Okay, so we got Buccaneer somewhere. I should have really like set out the different cards here. So I could have easily... So we have, like, it plays Fort Briggs. So it has this card, which, when it's played, reduce the AP cost of the next Briggs affinity card you use from your hand this turn by 1. So I'm assuming the energy cost is the AP cost. And then activate main. Switch to resting. You can only activate this ability if a card with 2 or more base AP costs has been played onto your field this turn. Draw a card. You can only activate this ability 1 time each turn. And I don't know. Get. Add this card to your hand. What is get? Is that like when you fetch it? So let's find Buccaneer. We've seen Buccaneer. Buccaneer. Hey, there you are. There's Buccaneer. See, we're learning this together. So Buccaneer says if you have 3 or more affinity cards on your field, reduce this card's AP cost by 1 while in your hand. So the more Briggs cards that you have, the cheaper he costs. And then once per turn, this character gains 1,000 BP. So he gets boosted. Impact. When this character attacks and wins a battle, deal 1 damage to your opponent. And at the end of your opponent's attack phase, sideline this character, then draw a card. At the end of your opponent's attack phase, sideline this character, then draw a card until the start of your next turn. And then active. Choose 1 character in your field and switch it to active. It gains 3,000 BP until the end of turn. So once I understand more about the details of how this is played, then it will make more sense. Because I know, like, I think it's like if you attack your opponent and they don't have, like, blockers, you have, like, the prize cards, like in Pokemon. It's 7 cards. And then when you have 0 prize cards, you lose. Which is not, it's the opposite of Pokemon. Because Pokemon is when you kill an opponent's Pokemon, you get a prize card. And it's cards from your deck, too. So, like, as you're winning the game, you're giving your opponent more cards, which usually in TCGs is bad. You don't want to give your opponent more cards. So, it's weird. But, okay. So it says the strongest Armstrong combo outside of reducing AP costs for cards played, however, is to switch your heavy hitters to active the turn they are played or even after they attack, something Olivia excels at. So raid Olivia and Olivia color trigger. So choose 1 character with 3,500 or less BP on your opponent's front line and return it to their hand. So, like, this bounces. The one Olivia bounces like this. I'm looking at Google. Sorry. This Olivia has a color trigger that bounces one of your opponent's frontline blockers, basically. And then this Olivia takes all of your Briggs cards and untaps them, which then means that they can attack, I think. I think. And then you can, like, raid and all of this weird, intricate stuff that I don't understand. So Blue FMA is a great deck for players who enjoy the raidless style of deck in Union Arena, one that focuses more on offense through punishing attacks than through tricky combos or strategic removal. Interesting. So it's like an outlier deck. Oh god, we're kicking stuff. So then there's the yellow Zing deck, which plays like Ling, Mei Chang, Lan Fan. It plays Edward, Old Man Fu, Xiao Mei. It plays Trisha Elric, Greed, Scar, the Traveler from Ying stuff. So this is all about stacking up energy in order to unlock some pretty handy effects. While you have plenty of 2 energy generating characters to help reach this lofty threshold, your strongest is the 3-cost Mei Shang. Mei Chang. I read it as Mei Shang, but it's Mei Chang. So Mei Chang says this character gains... Oh, so it doesn't... So the Mei Chang card doesn't produce energy, but the text on the card says that it gains that. So raid Mei onto the energy line, and she becomes a 3 energy generating character. Oh, it does produce energy, so it so it does 3. While also letting you draw a card, having her handy in your deck means having a pretty solid chance at reaching the 7 energy threshold. So I guess 7 energy is like the max. However, that brings us to the main negative point about this deck. Does the payoff equate the setup required to get these abilities off? Well, not exactly, unlike other decks like Lancelot, but I don't know what that is, or GGO, don't know what that is either, that unlock powerful effects capable of sidelining characters or attacking with enhanced damage or even impact. The Zing deck is more about granting you utility, like the ability to not be able to be blocked. Okay, so it's like it wants to just make your opponent's blockers not matter. It plays Scar, which is, I guess, like a heavy hitter card. Greed. So it plays this Greed here. So raid Ling Yao. When played, this character gains your opponent's... this character gains your opponent must block this character's attack if possible, or if able until end of turn. When sidelined, which means when it dies, I think. Or maybe I think it's died or discarded. You may place 1 card from your hand into your sideline, which I think is the graveyard for Magic terms. If you do, play up to 1 Ling Yao card with 4 or less required energy and 1 AP cost from your sideline set to resting onto your field. So there's energy and then there's AP. Action point. AP is action point. We figured it out. Okay. Okay. Now we got it. Okay. So I guess reducing your action point costs allows you to have more explosive turns. So then add this card to your hand, or if you have that required energy, perform raid with it. So raid is when you place this card on top of another card, which you place this on top of a Ling Yao. So there's no like other greed. This is the other greed, or this is the greed card. Ling Yao is the card that you like raid this onto. So greed forces a block, but does so with the advantage of impact. The way the stronger from another deck that I don't understand. Meanwhile, he does have a handy when sidelined effect, but that's not enough to make him the strongest card we've ever seen, and his effectiveness is further diminished by his relatively high energy cost. Ultimately, other decks in Fullmetal Alchemist are capable of doing a lot more for a lot less. So it's just like another deck, which I don't know why they would put that one ahead of the Briggs deck. You should put that one, or maybe it's in no particular order. So now there's the Purple Father deck, which is basically homunculus. So it's Nina and Alexander. Then you have when they turn into Chimera. You have Envy, Lust. You have the Transmutation Circle. You have the Homunculi card. You have other versions of Envy and Lust. The Philosopher's Stone. You have where is it at? That you have this Lust. You have this Envy. You have the Father card, the big Father card, the other Father card. So the purple homunculus deck Has all the trappings of a powerful high-end deck. If you are looking for a comparison to an existing deck in the English meta, the closest thing is Musan from Demon Slayer. However, unlike that deck, this one appears at first glance to have all the tools you need to actually compete well into the meta. Plenty of strong triggers, solid raid attackers, Father comes in active. So most of the cards that you play come in tapped, which means they can't do things. But when they become untapped, it's when you can do things. So Father, I guess the key card in this deck is it comes in untapped, which is good, I think. So this is one of the key cards, Lust. When played, draw 2 cards, then place 2 cards from your hand into your sideline. Then if you have 10 or more cards in your sideline, draw an additional card. When sidelined, return up to 1 base card of this rated character to your hand. And then add this card to your hand. If you have a card. Okay, so draw 2, discard 2. And if you have 10 or more cards in your sideline, you draw 3 cards. That's always good in TCGs. So you play this, fuel your graveyard, and you want 20 cards in your sideline. She's not the only tool at your disposal. You also have Nina and Alexander, Homunculi, and more. She's your strongest. Manage to quickly fuel your sideline, and you can take advantage of your powerhouse Father character, which I think I pulled a Father here. So let's see what that does. This. So that is like one of the key cards, which that's a secret rare, which I did not know. So, oh, okay. Now I can see it being a secret rare. So Father is this card can only be played if you have 20 or more cards in your sideline and there are no cards on your field with the same card number as this card. Okay, so you can't play this card unless you have 20 or more cards in your graveyard, or I guess in this game, sideline. Double attack. When this character attacks for the first time this turn, switch it to active. When played, choose up to 1 character on your opponent's front line and sideline it. So you just basically, when this comes in, you kill something of your opponent's. Activate main. If in the sideline, you can only activate this ability if you have 20 or more cards in your sideline. Place 3 purple cards from your hand into your sideline. If you do, add this card from your sideline to your hand. So if you have 20 or more cards in your sideline, you can place 3 purple cards from your hand to your graveyard / sideline, and you can pick this card up. So even if you have it in your bin, you can bring it back to your hand at the cost of discarding cards, and then you can play this card. So you can, like, recur it. That's kind of cool. I like that. And, like, this game I don't think has, like, hate cards. So, like, you can't just get your graveyard hated out, like in Magic, when they're just like, oh, yeah, Grafdigger's Cage. And you're like, oh, well. My deck does nothing now. So you have that Father card. Father is just crazy strong. When played, he's sidelining an opposing character and then has a permanent double attack keyword. Coming in actives makes him much more feasible to play under pressure. Meanwhile, his activate main from the sideline means you can always have him handy when you reach your 20 cards in sideline number, as long as you have 3 cards in hand. So Lust lets you draw cards and fuel cards for Father. That's sick. Okay. So that sounds fun. Then you have the yellow Elric brothers. Yellow not only looks strong, it looks like a ton of fun to play as far as Union Arena decks go. Yellow FMA falls into the buddy deck category. Those decks that unlock their full effects to the what is that word? I'm not good. Okay, that word sucks. Between 2 or 3 named characters, examples of other buddy decks. Okay, in this deck, we see focus placed on the two brothers, just like how in the show, Edward and Alphonse battle their way through countless foes. In Union Arena, they'll be teaming up to battle out in a highly competitive field. Apart from that general idea, there are some very unique, interesting plays here, especially around playing character via effects like Let's Go Home. So Let's Go Home says add up to 1 Edward Elric or Alphonse Elric card from your sideline to your hand. So you pick those up from your bin. Play up to 1 Edward or Alphonse Elric card with fulfilled required energy and 1 AP cost from your hand set to resting onto your field, or perform raid with it. Play this card, and it not only brings back a character from your sideline, you can then play that character for no added action point. Suddenly, your entire sideline becomes a resource for you to pull from at will, but it gets even better. Chain this card with 3-cost Alphonse, and you keep the combo going by drawing an extra card. 3-cost Alphonse says if this character is played with one of your abilities, draw a card. So Let's Go Home allows you to play Alphonse, which then allows you to draw a card. Place 2 cards from your hand into the sideline. Switch this character to active. It gains 500 BP until end of turn. Okay, so of course your strongest character for playing your Alphonse characters for free is usually your 4-cost Edward. While you can easily use his when played to play 3-cost Alphonse, if you have your Gateway of Truth on the field, you can also use him to play your even stronger 4-cost Alphonse. So, like, this seems like kind of the same thing where, like, you're putting cards in your sideline, then pulling cards out of your sideline. Then there's King Bradley Purple. Looking for an aggressive deck with plenty of removal and some additional power, King Bradley looks like a pretty solid option. While its higher energy cost makes it a bit less versatile than some of the other options available in FMA, it makes up for that with some pretty solid effects like Kimbley's removal combined with BP reducing effects to make it go farther, and King Bradley's double attack at 5,000 BP. So this deck plays Kimbley, Lust, King Bradley, Pride, more versions of King Bradley, and Kimbley. Literally all King Bradley, Kimbley's, Pride, Ultimate Eye, Philosopher's Stone, Homunculi. So this is like the ultimate, like, homunculus deck, basically. 3-cost Pride with the color triggers. So the color trigger says play 1 purple character card with 2 or less required energy and 1 AP cost from your sideline set to active onto your front line. That straight up reanimates something. You could feasibly include this guy in the more father-focused homunculi deck. Lust just feels so strong in that strategy, it feels like he might be a little bit of a waste. Also, boosting to a 5,000 BP character with Impact 1 and at only a 3-cost is pretty incredible in its own right, giving you a serious competitive edge for any part of the game. And then there's Blue Mustang. So this plays all the State Alchemists, Riza, Roy, other versions of them. It plays Maze Hughes, it plays Edward, it plays the big Mustang Riza, Military's in Trouble State Alchemist, and the Flame Alchemist card. So Blue Mustang is FMA's pure removal deck. This deck is very straightforward, essentially purple bleach, but where you discard cards to remove characters instead of using your sideline. Essentially, you get to sideline a character with 1,000 BP or less using his when attacking. Of course, that's not going to get you very far. Luckily, Mustang also lets you discard cards and add 1,000 BP to the range of your effort or of your effect for each card discarded. What more, you can discard yet another card after the character's sideline in order to send it to the removal area, therefore thwarting decks like Yellow Elric or the Purple Father deck. So BP. What is BP? So that is like, this is BP right here. So I guess when that hits 0, then they die. So that's the removal part. So you just play a bunch of effects that lower the BP, and then when that hits 0, it just goes away. Hawkeye raid. So Hawkeye, where's Hawkeye? We opened a Hawkeye. Maybe we didn't open a Hawkeye. I lied. We didn't. We didn't open a Hawkeye. Or well, yeah, we didn't open like the secret rare one. So Riza is choose up to one character with 1500 or more BP on your opponent's front line. It loses 1000 BP until the end of turn. Look at top 4 cards of your deck. Place up to one of them on the top of your deck. Then place the remaining cards on the bottom. If on the front line, once per turn, choose up to one character with 1500 or more BP on your opponent's front. It loses 1000 BP. So like this is all of these cards are basically just targeting other cards and blowing them up. Okay, so I guess I'm going to look at what cards I have and what decks I can build with the cards that I have and go from there and try and figure out this game, because it seems like I'm invested. If this didn't have Fullmetal, I probably would have no interest in this game. But it has Fullmetal, so I'm dialed in. But I just wanted to open those packs on stream. I thought it would be cool. I don't know when I'll be back. Again, we're still doing family stuff and all of that, making sure Bronson is taken care of and everything like that. But I will pop up when I can, do some streams and stuff. We might stream some like Magic Arena or something, or just a game that I feel like playing. But thanks for watching me rip some packs. I will see you whenever I stream next.